Recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivial Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivial Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
We just described Ric Flair as Neanderthal Man and Planet of the Apes.
Chris.
Yo, we going down to Sesame Street.
That's your impression of hardcore rap?
Carmela.
That would irritate the hell out. I'm like, I just want my groceries. My ice cream is melting.
Ben.
4 halogens in that list. Oh my God.
You were like, it's not the halogens. I'm like, no, Ben, no.
Those damn halogens got me again.
And the rest of the Trivial Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. We are the podcast that takes the pub quiz out of the pub and brings it home to you. My name is Jonathan, and I am here today with 4 awesome people and me.
Oh, I was going to say, and Chris.
Oh. Well, Chris is here.
Hey.
Say hello, Chris.
Hello, Chris.
Carmela's here. Say hello, Carmela.
Hello, everyone.
Mr. Michael Turner is back with us. Hello, Michael.
Hi, welcome back to me.
And Mr. Scott Barber rounds out our group today. Hello, Scott.
How are we doing, everybody?
Oh, it's good to see you guys.
It's good to see you.
So we are all in-house right now, and we don't have any guests except for you guys who are in the house, right? So it's weird. We have 5 people around a 4-person table. It's kind of crowded. Carmela and I have been getting snuggly. And, see? Snuggly.
Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers got a hug.
But you know what? This is going to be a faster episode than normal. You know why?
Why?
Because we don't have to do any intros.
Woo-hoo!
Literally, the people heard you last week. They know who you are. Scott, West Virginia. Michael, South Carolina. We got an accountant, then a TV guy.
That's right.
Right?
That's it.
All right, before we jump in to warm it up Chris today.
I just thought of that.
Nothing. We were having a conversation before, so don't worry about it.
We're good.
It's an inside joke. It's an inside joke.
I like inside jokes.
Yeah, we'll tell you about it later. We have to do the giveaway, Jonathan.
It's money to be had.
Jonathan was trying.
I was
and
in
then
the
you guys
middle of it.
interrupted it. Terrible.
And then won't tell me why.
Yeah.
We have to
Actually,
do
I don't know if I should tell him.
I know.
Oh, my dad.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
okay.
Now you have to tell him.
I actually need to leave the room because one of the questions is mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I
yeah,
just
I need
looked-
to leave the room.
That's hilarious. All right.
Okay.
Get out of here. You can go stand in the closet.
Nobody puts baby or Michael in a corner.
I didn't either until I looked at it. I'm like, oh, yeah.
I want to know if he'd vote for himself or not.
No, I would totally.
Yeah, but we might give it away.
Yeah.
No, I hear you.
Oh, that's
Or
so
he might
funny.
give it away. Okay, so here we go.
Wow.
All right, so here's the scoop. We're about to give away $100.
Woohoo!
And we have 3 awesome questions from 3 awesome warheads. And the one that we vote on is going to be the one that gets the most votes is going to be the winner. There's 3 of us to vote on it now. Full disclosure, Michael just had to leave the room because when Carmela pulled open the question, she realized one of her contestants is Michael. So he's not going to vote, and we can't see him. He's literally out of the room.
And they don't know which question is
I
which.
have no idea who the questions are from, except one of them is his, and we don't know which one it is. So it's only fair for him not to be in the room while we do this, and that's why he's not going to vote. Okay, so Carmela, take it away.
All right. So your first of the 3 questions is, what 2 summer blockbuster films released in 1982 are based on the same script written by an iconic Hollywood director?
Iconic Hollywood director. It's probably like a gangster movie.
And wait, so we can talk this out?
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
So,
it's a group effort.
yeah, okay, so 1982, 1 screenwriter, 1 script,
I mean,
2
E.T. was
movies.
82, wasn't it?
I think
Yeah.
it's 81, right?
No.
No, I
No?
think it was 82.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was.
So what would the
other
other one be?
Which other alien movie was there?
Alien.
Great. Aliens. It's probably
What's the one that Paul Rudd always brings up on Conan? That
I don't watch that.
oh,
right?
sorry, yeah. I guess
You got to remember who you're talking to here.
yeah.
Give me a break.
He doesn't like to watch things that feature people the same height as him.
It's a true story.
I also don't like to watch things featuring people who aren't the same height as me.
He just doesn't like watching things.
There you go. So, okay, in 82, you got E.T., you got... I feel like there was a buddy cop movie, maybe even like a female buddy cop movie.
Well, in 82, there was, Eddie Murphy released, I believe he did, Trading Places, and thought there was also 48 Hours, but they don't really match up too well.
So who were in 1982, who were the iconic directors? Scorsese, Spielberg.
Well, I don't know if Spielberg was considered iconic at that point in time. I mean,
But he is now.
I mean, sure, could be that.
Wait, could it be E.T. and Close Encounters?
No, Close Encounters was earlier.
Are you sure it was earlier?
I'm pretty sure it was earlier.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be too... He didn't write either of those. The question said written by. It's not going to be two movies by the same director. Meaning he might have done one of them.
Wait. Well, wait a second. Iconic director. Could it be Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles?
Not
Those
blockbusters.
blockbusters?
Not blockbusters.
Not at that point in time they were. Absolutely.
No, those don't fit blockbusters.
No,
dude.
E.T.'s a blockbuster.
Yeah, Jaws is the blockbuster.
Jaws is a blockbuster. Not a mega hit.
Exactly. You guys gotta... Words mean stuff.
I'm down with E.T. because that fits.
I mean, it doesn't fit anything. We need something else that goes with it.
What's the other movie that would be similar?
I mean, Carmela's telling us to wind up.
Yeah, we're getting the wrap it up sign.
Yeah,
we're getting
She's
the light.
Playing the music.
Yeah, we're getting played off the stage here. So,
like I said, I'm still thinking Pretty in Pink and 16 Candles.
Okay,
That's my answer.
That can be your answer.
You guys can figure out whatever the heck you want and spend
That's
another 20
fine.
minutes figuring it out.
My answer is I give up.
Okay.
Let's go E.T. and Mac and Me.
There you go.
All right, so the answers I have here are E.T. and Poltergeist are both based on around a script called Night Skies, written by Steven Spielberg.
Wow.
Huh.
Okay.
It is Spielberg.
It is
The
Spielberg. and
script was
E.T.
originally written as a sequel to Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Spielberg used the alien bits of the script as a basis for E.T. and made it family-friendly, and then the horror bits of the script he used as a producer on Poltergeist.
No
Now
way.
that's interesting.
Toby Hooper who was the director, didn't like the alien element of the script, so he changed it to a ghost story.
Just broke it off.
Interesting. Okay.
I want to
Okay.
read a book about this.
Yeah, I want
the
to
question
know
a lot.
everything about
Yeah.
this entire story.
Yes. Okay.
All right, so
Fascinating.
that's question number one.
All right. Cool.
Your question number two. They have the subject of Trivia Trap. So the question is, in 1984, the creators of Trivial Pursuit were sued for copyright infringement when they included a copyright trap answer copied from Fred Elworth's Trivia Encyclopedia. What fictional Californian sleuth's first name was at the center of this lawsuit?
That's a lot of questions.
Okay. So fictional.
California.
So the trick here is that the fictional sleuth, doesn't have a first name.
Was it Encyclopedia Brown?
Maybe. So, but that's the trick. There's no real first name. They made one up.
And or there was a copyright on the name, and that was the problem.
Well, Encyclopedia Brown's first name was Leroy.
It probably is Encyclopedia Brown. He was from California.
It was Idaville, California.
Yeah. I think we should do it.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Encyclopedia Brown.
All right, we're going to say Encyclopedia Brown.
All right, I have the answer as Lieutenant Columbo.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's right.
The encyclopedia incorrectly listed his first name as Philip, but Columbo's first name has never been revealed.
See,
I remember that.
Although
now. Okay, I remember this
screenshots
question.
of
yeah.
his ID in early episodes can be shown Frank Columbo as the whole name.
Okay.
that was my point by saying it's going to be somebody without a first name.
Gotcha.
That they
Right.
made one up.
Yep.
Okay,
Like Kojak. I got you. Oh, man.
Okay. That's good.
All right. And your last question. In 1957, President Harry Truman and First Lady Bess Truman visited Disneyland. While at the park, the president declined his turn on what ride? It was a political stance of sorts.
It has to be Dumbo.
Why?
Because it's an elephant and Democrats are donkeys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's a nice
Good one.
answer. I like
All right.
that.
All right, we're going to say Dumbo.
The answer is Dumbo the Flying Elephant.
Nice.
Chris Hollister for the win.
Holy crap, these were all good questions.
Those are all good
President-
questions.
Can we give everybody $100?
There's some text. President
Okay.
Truman was a Democrat and didn't want to be photographed atop the Republican Party symbol. Yep. Make it a donkey and I'll do it, he quips.
He should have lifted his leg over it like he's peeing on it.
I love Truman. Truman was great. That's great.
So those are your three
Man.
questions. They were all, in my opinion, very good questions.
Those are all
so.
good questions.
But now you guys have a decision to make.
For me, it's between 1 and 3.
For me, it's between 1 and 3.
What are the questions again?
So the
two
first one
movies.
is the 2 movies. The second one is the trivia trap.
That was
the
really
Columbo.
good too.
And then the third one was the Dumbo ride.
The only thing with the second one was it was a little confusing. It got a little wordy and it was confusing. The
I
first
didn't
and
think
the
it was confusing.
Okay. Well, that's you. So this is me, and I get a vote, and I'm thinking between 1 and 3. My vote's number 1, even though I was happy to get 3.
I really like number 1, but just because the thing is I'm sure I'm going to tell this to Mike Cameron, and he's going to be like, oh, yeah, everybody should know that. It's going to be one of those things where he's going to be like, yeah, idiot. Of course, that's exactly the way it went down because he knows all that stuff.
Well, he sound like comic book guy as he talks to you about it.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
you know, to me, it's okay. So,
Where's the question?
but yeah, Michael just laugh at me, and make fun of me that I didn't already know it. But I got to go number 1.
All right. Well, then number 1 is going to win. I would have actually voted for number 3.
Okay.
I like its simplicity. I like how it relies on you knowing something else about the situation. I thought it was very clever. But number 1 is our winner. So, Carmela, can you announce who the winner? Actually, you know what? Let's bring Michael back up before we announce the winner.
Man.
I want a reaction. Michael, come up.
Lucy, I'm home.
If his is number 3, I'm.
Yeah, well, we don't know who won yet. We know who we voted for, but we don't know who it is. So we're bringing you up for the reveal.
So this has the potential to be really awkward.
It could be you. You have a 1 in 3 chance.
I like my
okay.
odds. Good.
All right. So this is more for the camera. So look straight into the camera.
So the question that they voted for was question number 1, and that was submitted to me by the gentleman to my right, Michael Turner.
Oh, great.
I will say it was not unanimous, though.
Okay.
No, I voted against you.
That's true.
I wasn't going to say
Scott,
who.
you got my back.
There
love
were
it.
3 really good questions. This
They were,
time.
really
they were
amazing.
fantastic.
Yep.
No, so this is awesome. I can actually give him the $100 in cash and not have to pay the PayPal fees for this crap.
That's awesome.
Yes,
That is
congratulations.
awesome.
That was a great
That's
question.
a good question. I didn't know that.
Both Scott and Jonathan and I, all 3 agree. We want to read more about that.
Yeah, I want to read everything
that's-
about it.
I hope there's a book.
We got to E.T., but we couldn't get to Poltergeist.
When I pulled the questions up, I'm like, oh, Michael's here. What do I do?
Jonathan, this is like the old school when you talk to the person on the phone.
I know,
after the game
right? So
presented
how do
to
you
them.
feel about this, Michael?
I feel like I'm $100 richer.
Yay!
I'm going to Disney World.
You didn't even have to give up your
You
seat
can
at
ride the
table.
Dumbo ride.
That's right. He can ride the Dumbo ride.
Except they've replaced the elephants with lifelike elephants. It's not great.
Yeah, and they reflect swans.
Are you not joking?
Call back.
Chris, there's a new live Dumbo
It's-
movie.
It's the Tim Burton
it's a
movie.
joke, dude.
Yeah, it's a reference to Tim Burton movie.
Leave me alone. I'm watching Shazam tomorrow.
We're all watching.
All right, we're moving on. Warm it up, Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
All right. Wow. I'm not used to going.
Hold on.
Okay.
Got to pop open a fresh one.
It's called a freshie.
I didn't have to splash in my face.
Now it's a party.
It was upset that you got fresh with it.
I had to pop open a cold one.
Of Mountain Dew.
A Diet Mountain Dew, actually.
All right. Now may I go, Jonathan, or do you want to continue to sip your tasty beverage that we're not going to promote here because they don't pay us one dime?
Were you out of breath when you were saying that?
No, I'm a little nasally. I'm a little stuffy.
Okay, Stuffy. Warm it up, Stuffy.
This Warm It Up Chris question is actually brought to us by Will Gilbert. So, Will, thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you, Will.
Thanks, Will.
All right. And Will says, The only the other warming up Chris question that I've submitted to you, because he submitted us the Ernest questions a few months ago.
Oh, I loved the Ernest movie question.
But he said that I created another one in a similar vein. There are many Chicken Soup for the Soul books that have been published since 1993. So much so there have been over 250 of them.
Have there really
been published? That's correct.
Holy macaroni!
As a matter of fact, he's listed all 250 of them. So we're going over them starting now. No, I'm kidding. Anyway,
yay.
So basically what he did was he wrote up either, is this an actual Chicken Soup for the Soul book, or is this something that came out of Will Gilbert's mind? So we're going to find out, is this actual or not?
So is it weird?
It could be weird, yes.
All right, just checking.
It could be a little different, not going to lie.
All right, Will.
All right, Michael.
Yes.
You get to go first, sir.
Lovely.
Chicken Soup for the Soul, Here Comes the Bride.
Here comes the bride. Why not? Let's go with yes.
And the answer is yes, it was. Well done. Jonathan with the soft J.
I have a hard J.
Didn't need to know that.
What are you laughing for? My J is hard.
Yeah, well.
It's never been soft.
Gross.
Anyway,
Not gross.
Jonathan, you get chicken soup for the emoji lover's soul.
No.
No, it is not.
I said that mine might be gross.
All right. Carmela.
Yes.
Knowing you, I thought this would be appropriate.
Knowing you.
Chicken soup for the soul. I can't believe my cat did that.
Oh, but I can. I can believe it. No.
Yes, it was. I'm terribly sorry. All right. Mr. Barber.
Yes, sir.
All right. Chicken soup for the soul. You can't say that on Thanksgiving. And you can't do that on television.
You can't tell me what to do.
I don't know.
Yeah, let's go yes on that one.
I'm sorry that came out of Will's head, so that is incorrect, my friend.
I think of people arguing over politics at Thanksgiving. That's the reason I thought, maybe. But
Will has a hard G.
There you go. Still we're on that? I thought we passed that.
Gilbert.
And Sullivan.
Oh.
All right. Michael,
Yes.
Still trying to get through this. All right, so you get Chicken Soup for the Soul, Sleepover Edition.
Sleepover edition. Oh, no.
Oh, definitely yes.
I was going to say yes.
It is not one.
Oh,
well
got all of us.
done. All right.
Boo.
Jonathan.
What?
You get Chicken Soup for the Soul, Oh Canada, The Wonders of Winter.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Oh, Canada.
It's been a lot of singing in the last 5 minutes.
I'm feeling very musical.
Speaking of Canada, Carmela, you get Chicken Soup for the Soul, Hooked on Hockey.
No.
Yes, it was.
Wow.
All right. So, Scott,
Yes.
Mr. Barber, you get
Yes.
Chicken Soup for the Soul, Your Changing Body.
You see, when a man... Never mind. When a man...
I don't... what? You're changing body?
Yes,
It's like a
Your
puberty
Changing
thing,
Body.
dude.
Yeah.
When it's time to change.
It's time to change.
I'm sure you had to read it in order to grow that beard.
Well, thankfully,
Wow.
no. Let's go yes.
Judy Bloom wrote
It
it.
is not.
Ah,
I'm
0 for
terribly
2.
sorry.
Man,
Oh,
I thought that
goodness.
was a yes.
I thought it was
Man,
too.
you're not quite warmed up yet.
I'm
is
terrible.
What you're saying.
I'm
All right.
terrible.
No, you're not terrible. You're far from terrible, my friend.
No, you're more like awful. You got a
see,
little ways to
wow.
go, yeah.
I'm still working on
You
terrible.
got further to go to get to
It's-
terrible.
It's still early. It's still
Yes.
early in the game, so I still have room for growth.
There you go. All right. So,
Changing
Michael,
body.
That's right.
Michael, you get Chicken Soup for the Soul, celebrates cats and the people who love them.
Celebrates cats and the people who
So
love
this is
them.
the Carmela edition.
Sure. Yes.
You should immediately
I'm gonna
associate
go
me
with
with
yes.
cats.
I was going to say, we could associate you with cats, Jonathan.
I barely even like mine. Are you kidding? Rambo stood on my eye this morning.
Yeah, you're still whining about that.
It happened this morning.
Can we go back to Michael, please?
I
already
said
eat.
yes.
And the answer is yes, it is. Well done.
Michael.
All right.
Killing it.
Jonathan,
Yes.
you get Chicken Soup for the Soul, Just Us Girls.
Just us girls.
Yeah. I've been in a few of those conversations. How emasculating is that? Jeez.
Oh, jeez.
I got to reevaluate my life. I'm going to say no.
Yes, it was.
Darn it.
All right, Carmela, something we're also very familiar with working where we work. Chicken Soup for the middle manager's soul.
No.
No, it was not.
Oh, wow.
I finally got one.
Jonathan, you and I are terrible.
I'm awful
We're
at this.
terrible at this. You and I are like over.
All right. Mr. Barber.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Chicken soup for the soul in menopause.
See, when your body changes...
This is more changing body thing. This is on the other end.
You notice I'm coming up with a theme for you right now.
I'm picking up on this.
Time for change.
Oh.
Next round, you're going to get My Elderly Life.
Yeah, really. Chicken soup for the soul, picking out your casket.
Wow.
It's a nice maple wood.
Yes. It's
a maple bacon
Is
wood.
that beautiful? Is that velvet?
Is that velvet?
It's
beautiful.
My instinct says yes, so I'm going to say no.
The answer is yes, it was. Wow.
So bad.
You are so terrible.
So bad. I'm traditionally bad at warm-it-ups, but this is even particually bad for me.
Scott, would you like to have one of the ones I got right?
I would have
missed both of yours.
I would have missed both of yours too. Or all three. Maybe all three, yeah.
So, Michael.
Yes.
You get chicken soup for the ex-con soul.
Yeah, they need a lot of help coming back into society, so I'm going to say yes.
I'm sorry, no, it was not. That was all
He lost his mojo, and I picked it up. Here we go.
All right, so Jonathan, you get chicken soup for the Latter-day Saint soul.
That's yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
There you
I
go.
picked up your mojo.
All right, Carmela. Carmela, you get chicken soup for the scrapbooker's soul.
Sure.
Yes, it was.
Scrapbookers need love too, baby.
All right.
That's sure.
So, Scott.
Yes.
This is the last one.
Don't mess it up,
This is
Scott.
all about you. Okay.
This is your
Can't wait.
one
All right.
shot.
This is my last shot.
Yes.
My last opportunity.
Yeah. Do not throw away your shot on this one. Okay. Chicken soup for the Hasidic soul.
No.
No, it was
All
not.
right.
He got one. Yes.
Didn't think about it all. Just no.
And thanks to Will Gilbert, that is your warming up Chris question.
He only
for the
said
episode.
no because he doesn't know what Hasidic means.
How
Thank
dare
you, Will. I appreciate
He
you.
thought it was science. He was like acids and bases.
It's the opposite of base. I know what
Exactly. All right. Good job, Will. Thank you. Hey, folks, this is Jonathan. I am breaking in with a quick announcement for you. This won't take long. I just wanted you to know that this week we are kicking off Wave 2 of Trivial Warfare Blitz. We are going to have 2 waves in a row over the next 2 months. You will find them on the Trivial Warfare Blitz podcast. That's right. Trivial Warfare Blitz has its own podcast feed. It is free for all. Just search for Trivial Warfare Blitz on your podcast app and subscribe. And you can look for the first episode of Wave 2 this Thursday, April 25th. That's when it's going to come out. All right, guys, go check it out. Trivial Warfare Blitz. It is ready for you. Today's game, it is Scott and Chris versus Jonathan and Michael. Carmela is hosting, and it is time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. You know what time it is. This is Mr. Warm It Up himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia yumminess. 3 questions per round. Every right answer will get you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all of those points that you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions that we get to call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
I love that intro that Chris does. The Chris version of that. It's just, it makes me feel like not the whitest guy that listens to the show.
That's
I had to whiten Chris up, though. He had to do like 20 takes to get as white as I wanted him to be. Yes.
Because it comes off right, man.
My backside.
Chris, this is a compliment.
It took us 10
This is
minutes.
a compliment.
10
I'm
minutes.
saying you had far too much swag, and I had to really work with you.
I
on
had
it.
way too much country, is what it was.
All right.
All right.
I'm ready.
Your first category in round 1 is first an obligatory sports question.
Woohoo! Sport ball.
How many players are on a standard volleyball team?
Team on the court or total?
On the court. So how many?
Beach or regular?
Standard volleyball. So that would be regular, I would assume.
We're locked in. Circle that number.
All right. Well, actually, we could talk about it, Scott, because they were quick on the draw, like the horse named McGraw. Yeah. So it's 6 on each side of the court.
Okay.
So 12 total.
So are they asking for a team, or are they asking for...
She asked how many people were on...
on the court?
Yes.
Total.
How many players are on a standard volleyball team?
On a team.
So that's what I had. I originally had 6 written down.
Okay.
So, and with it being per... Yeah. I think you're on it as well, but you were going for the whole court.
Yeah, I was going for the whole court. Okay.
Okay. So 6 it is?
Yeah.
Let's lock in with 6.
6.
I've played a lot of volleyball. It's 6.
The answer is 6.
Woo-hoo. All right. That's 1.
It's 10 now.
It's not going to be a shutout.
All right. Category is I've got chills.
They're multiplying.
Now an entire category of videos available on YouTube. YouTube. What does ASMR stand for?
All right, we're going to lock in.
Okay, so you at least have an idea of
what
this
so.
is.
I could be totally off on this.
Fair enough.
I've been off before. I thought this had to do with like white noise, but I don't know what the letters stand for.
Okay, could S be static?
Maybe static, maybe
sound.
Maybe sound.
Like alternate sound modification response?
Or recording.
Yeah.
I don't know. Alternate sound modification recording. I don't know.
Okay. Let's just go with that, because again, I think my Amazing Spider-Man romance is wrong.
I like Amazing Spider-Man romance a lot better.
I appreciate that, but I'd rather at least attempt to try to be right. Alternate sound. What it was?
Modification recording. That's how much confidence we have in this.
Yeah, exactly, Carmela.
All right.
Mark at 0.
You're locked in.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Sure.
You know what? I am. All right, they've already gotten their 0 written down. So ASMR is the tingly feeling, like if somebody's tickling the back of the hairs on your neck and it gives you a chill.
Oh,
that's what ASMR
that makes
is.
Sense.
It's like your spider sense is tingling.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
Oh, you were close on that part. So I don't know what the acronym stands for either. The best I could come up with, and Michael kind of co-signed on this, I said audio sensory and response for the R, and Michael kind of said maybe motor, and so that's what we went with. We said audio sensory motor response.
Okay.
ASMR is that kind of that tingly feeling that you have. There's a lot of crossover between it and music chills. So, like, if you ever have that weird chill moment, like with the tingling in the back of your head, that's basically what it is.
Love that moment.
But ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response.
No.
So you can mark yourself as a 0 also, mister.
Yeah, that's a 0.
You were a bit closer, though.
Thank you, Carmela.
Still get no points.
Still wrong.
For it.
That's right. Congratulations on being...
It was the best wrong answer.
That's right.
And your last category in the round is They're Multiplying.
Nice.
Yes.
Well played, Carmela. Very well played.
Leporidae is a taxonomical family that contains what kind of animals? And I'll spell Leporidae for you. Leporidae.
Okay, we're locked in.
Okay, so I know that Lepidoptera is moths. I don't know if Leporidae is the singular root for Lepidoptera.
Okay.
There's a syllable different. Lepidop versus leporid.
Right.
They're very close, though. And then it makes me think, what about butterflies?
Right.
Maybe they're different because they're butterflies.
That's the first thing that came to my mind. That's what I wrote down.
Now, what made you think that?
The same token thing from the Lepidoptera family.
Is there any multiplying clue there? And they're multiplying. The category was they're multiplying?
Yes.
What if it's rabbits? Rabbits, sex, bunnies, lots of baby rabbits.
Night of the Lepus. Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
What? Okay. Say that again.
Night of the Lepus was about rabbits.
Lepus?
Yeah.
Lepus is a rabbit?
Yeah.
That's, I mean, the multiplying thing, that goes with bunnies pretty well.
Yeah, I say we go with that.
All right, we're going to say rabbits.
Okay.
Well, the animal we chose could eat your rabbits, and we chose, I was thinking lichen, werewolves and whatnot, and we wrote down wolves. I did not even take in consideration the category name, which we should have, because Carmela's very good at giving little clues on that. Yeah.
Yeah, so wolves are usually associated with the word lupus.
Lupus.
Yeah. But Jonathan did pick up on the clue of they're multiplying. Leporidae are rabbits or hares.
Yeah! Nice job.
Wow.
Good job.
At the end of the first round, Jonathan and Michael have 20. Chris and Scott have 10.
All right, we got to get off this.
Still not shut out.
That's true.
All right, that is the end of the first round. Before we go on to the second round, I want to let you know that today's show is sponsored by HelloFresh. I always get excited when a HelloFresh box shows up at my door. They send me pre-measured ingredients, they shop, they plan, they deliver it right to me, and it's awesome. That's right, awesome. One of my favorite things about it is the chance to get out of that same old, right? This time, with the most recent box, I got out of my comfort zone by discovering that I like dill. Not like dill pickles, but like creamy dill chicken. So I made this, and my favorite part was the sauce. It was really good. It was this fresh dill inside of this sauce with roasted potatoes and green beans, and I really, really loved it. And I love that Sebastian enjoyed it too. He had no qualms about eating it. He thought it was delicious. That's right. You can count on HelloFresh to be good for your picky eaters. It is kid-tested and approved. You can spend less time yourself meal planning and grocery shopping that allows you more time back doing what you love, like, playing with those kids that you're trying to feed. Yeah, I know. I like doing that too. So, you can get in on this. You can get seasonal, simple recipes, pre-measured ingredients right to your door every doggone week. And they've got a great deal for our Trivial Warfare listeners right now. For $80 off of your first month of HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/TWA80 and enter the promo code TWA80. That's right, for $80 off your first month of HelloFresh, go to HelloFresh.com/TWA80 and enter promo code TWA80. All right, let's get on with the second round.
All right. First category in round 2 is Saving Grace. What iconic structure that still stands today was set to be destroyed after its 20-year lease, but was saved because of the single antenna at the top proved to be valuable for communications within the city?
How confident are you feeling?
Pretty confident.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, if you want to lock it in, go for it.
Yes,
I had a...
let's talk it out.
Yeah,
okay.
All right, guys, we are going to lock in.
Okay, I'm not getting burned by a category name again. And so originally you wrote Eiffel Tower. Why did you write that?
Well, I knew it was supposed to be torn down. I know
really?
It was scheduled to only be up as a temporary thing. I think it was with the World's Fair.
Okay.
And I think it was only supposed to be up for a limited amount of time and then torn down. They'd actually planned to sell some of the parts for it. I can't remember the details to it, but I remember it was supposed to be torn down and then it stayed up. And I'm pretty sure it has a radio
that would make sense. But the question is, if it was supposed to be done within the 20-year span, and I think it was
20-year lease.
20-year lease, right?
Yeah.
Which I think was done. I mean, it was built in the 1880s?
Yeah.
Because it was right around the same time that the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
That's about right, yeah.
If not, Jonathan will probably correct us in a few moments.
It's about right. No.
But
it's general time frame.
Yeah,
right.
But would they be using that as an antenna at that period of time? Do you see what I'm saying? Now, mind you, it'd be 20 years
20 years later,
so
it'd be like in 1908-ish.
Yeah, and which possibly, because radio waves were being used at that point in time.
Okay. I could be talked out of it.
Okay, but the reason why I was mentioning, and this is... Okay, you see left field? I want you to go to left field and then keep going
and
left.
Just stand there.
Yeah, exactly. Because the category name is Saving Grace, and in the TV show Grey's Anatomy, there's the hospital called Grey. It's called Seattle Grey something or other, and it has like about 6 or 7 different names. And I was thinking the Space Needle, because I remember on top of the Space Needle, there is an antenna on top there because there's a long pointy thing.
Okay.
And so... Could I be off the deep end and swimming, maybe, but if your gut is telling you the Eiffel Tower, I'd rather go with your gut than my crazy TV thought process.
Well, at the same time, I'm just trying to think through it. Would they tear down the entire Space Needle after 20 years?
To be honest, I've never been to Seattle, so it's not like I can say, I mean, that maybe there was. Do we go off of Chris's deep answer or left field answer or Scott's?
Well, yours is better with the category, and mine's. I know it's supposed to be torn down. So that's the two things we're struggling with.
Yeah,
whichever one you want to go with.
No,
I'm good with. Do it. Make a call.
All right, we're gonna go. Our final answer is we're going with Eiffel Tower.
So I know that the Eiffel Tower is a popular communications tool. It's very important in communications in Paris. We knew it was World's Fair based, so we figured it could have just been a temporary plan to have it there because of the World's Fair, and we couldn't think of anything better. It had to be a structure. It had to be iconic. So we said Eiffel Tower.
So this was built to commemorate the centennial of the French Revolution. It was actually part of the contest in the design is that it could be easily taken down because the city of Paris was only going to lease that space for 20 years, but its saving grace was an antenna, and that was the Eiffel Tower.
Okay. There it is.
Good job. There it is. Good job.
Cool.
I really wanted you to say Space Needle. How are you going to take down that concrete, man?
I was wondering. I was like, that thing is huge, and it would be difficult, but stranger things have happened.
Also, I've never seen Grey's Anatomy, so.
Oh,
fair enough. Nice. But the antenna on top is called Saving Grace?
I thought this
No, he was saying the saving grace.
That was the saving grace of the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, okay.
That's what saved it.
All right. So your next category is science.
Science!
And this is brought to us by Steve Ellison.
Thank you, Steve.
Oh, boy. Craps.
No, actually.
No.
Okay.
Yes, the science of gambling.
I was saying he loves craps.
It's a crap.
I'm a big fan of craps myself. Now that I think
the
about
game. Let's clarify.
Okay.
Is there just too many
are we done
here?
I'm just saying that Lauren Carey should have been here for that joke.
It has been previously revealed on Trivial Warfare that the two chemical elements that are liquid at room temperature are mercury and bromine. Room temperature is open to interpretation, but it's common among scientists to list it around 73 degrees Fahrenheit or 23 degrees Celsius. However, during the angry summer of 2012 to 2013, the temperature in many parts of Australia reached 113 degrees Fahrenheit or 45 degrees Celsius, and at that temperature, there are 5 other elements that become liquid. Of those 5, 2 are named after the same European country. What are they?
Yeah,
that's a lot of questions.
So you want a lot to unpack.
So you want the 2?
Yes.
You want all 5?
No, I want 2.
You want the 2?
I want the 2 that are named after the same country.
Okay.
Irelandium.
Carmela, we're locked in.
Okay.
Okay, so we're not good at this category, either one of us. Both of us have francium written down, and we both wrote germanium. And I'm worried that's the plant germanium, and I'm just not even an element, right? So we're trying to think of another word for either of those countries that could be an element, like Deutschlandium. If we had a Deutschlandium, we could pair it with germanium, and there we go. But we don't think that's an element. So we're trying to think of another word for France. Is there another name for France? Do you know another name for France?
I don't.
I feel like it's got to be francium and something, dude. I don't either. Just for clarification in the question, it's 2 names for the same country?
Yes.
Thank you. Andorra, Spain, Poland. I mean, you wrote down polonium, but I feel like Marie Curie's husband's name was Polonius or something like that, and I thought that was named after him.
No, it's got to be France or Germany.
It's got to be
I
France
just don't know
Germany.
what they are.
Deutschium. Come on. Appear in my head.
There's a Darmstadtium. Dysprosium.
Oh, I got nothing, dude.
Me neither.
All right. We're going to say... You said something about Allende. What was that?
Allemand, I believe, is German in the French language.
Allemand is German. What's France in the French language?
I don't know. Les France.
France.
All right, we're going francium and francium.
All right, Scott. Again, this unfortunately was one of those questions. It had geography in it, which I suck at, and it had science in it, which I suck at. So you had to do all the heavy lifting.
I'm not much better in either one. So we just went with germanium as well, and we went scandium, hoping it's Scandinavia, but
we also kind of misheard the
probably
question
not.
too. Yeah.
So I need to make a couple corrections on what people have talked about. You're thinking of a geranium, which is a kind of flower.
So there is no germanium.
I don't know if there is a germanium.
No, there's definitely a germanium.
I was going to say,
But you were talking about a plant that's a geranium.
Oh, okay, not a germanium.
Yeah. Polonium is named after Poland.
Oh, shoot.
So Marie Curie's husband's name was Pierre Curie.
Pierre.
You said Polonius, and I'm
Whatever.
laughing to myself.
Pierre. You should have laughed out loud.
I'm like, oh, Polonius.
That's not that far off. He could have been Greek.
So what did the Romans call the area that is now France?
Gallium.
So
Gallium.
it's Gallium and Francium.
there it is.
I love it when Jonathan's wrong. It just makes me happier than just about anything, unless I'm on his team.
God, it's another name for France.
Thank you, Carmela.
Thanks, Steve.
You just made my day. That's fantastic.
So
Do you want some Tylenol, Jonathan?
Now I'm thinking of springtime for Hitler.
Yeah, I was too.
No time for Poland and France.
Yeah, that's right.
He did give the other three that are liquid at that temperature, because apparently it got like really hot in Australia. The other ones were phosphorus, cesium, and rubidium.
You said rubidium, like Ruby D.
Rubidium.
Rubidium. I heard rubidium.
No, I said rubidium.
All right.
Druidia.
You didn't get gall.
Hey. Only attitude out of you, Missy.
Yeah, well, you're the one giving me attitude.
When
All right, Ruby D.
When she speaks the truth.
All right, your last category in the round is Dutch angle.
Okay.
Is that like a Dutch oven?
Not quite. No. According to biographer Edmund Morris, what president attempted to join a communist party in his youth, but was ultimately rejected? Maybe that informed his relationship with communism in later years.
U.S. president?
Yeah, we're locked in.
Oh, we were just locking in. Okay, so I started with this. I've read a 3-book biography by Edmund Morris on Teddy Roosevelt. Best biography series I've ever read. It's fantastic. So I knew that Morris did a biography on Roosevelt, but because I've read that, I also know that the answer is not Roosevelt. So that's all I really contributed to the conversation. And Michael, what did you have to say?
I was just trying to think of, with the communism, who would be in charge of going after Joseph McCarthy. And that took me to like Jonathan said, the Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy years. So we ended up going with Kennedy.
All right. We actually were about the same line and same step for process as y'all were. And we were talking about Kennedy. We were talking about Nixon. And then Scott had an epiphany.
Well,
how much did that cost?
Hopefully an epiphany.
Well, it is the weekend, so there are higher rates for epiphanies.
$1.75.
But I had remembered that I believe Dutch was a nickname for Ronald Reagan. With his relationship with communism, with the Cold War, and
Gorbachev tear down this wall.
Yeah, so
tear down these walls.
I think it's Ronald Reagan. So we locked in with Reagan.
Where the category name came from, I forgot about the category.
A lot of people will probably know Edmund Morris's name because he wrote Theodore Rex, which was part of that biography series that Jonathan was talking about. Just a fun fact about my category name, Dutch angle is also a type of camera shot, which would also inform the answer for this, because the book was also called Dutch, a Ronald Reagan memoir.
Wow. Scott, that was awesome.
Lucked into it.
Whew. No, that was really good thought process. Nice job, man.
I did. When she said Dutch angle, I thought, okay, Netherlands, what are we talking about here? And then after she read the question, I just didn't think of it again at all. If I'd have thought of it one more time, it would have been obvious.
Nice job, Scott.
Yeah, so apparently, at least according to the biography, he tried to join the Hollywood Communist Party and wasn't able to. And then, of course, when he became the president of the Screen Actors Guild and became basically an informant to Joseph McCarthy, it was like a complete 180.
That is the end of the second round. Score is 30-30. Tie game.
All right.
All Scott all the time.
I don't know about that. I doubt that.
Your first category, round 3, is Carmela reads the lyrics to a hit.
Can we make it raps?
Come
the
on.
lyrics?
I'm not rapping this. Unless it's a rap song.
Spoken word?
Yes, Chris. It's spoken word. You should dramatize it.
Dude, that was amazing when Ben did that a few weeks ago.
Yeah, if I had practiced that, maybe, but not top of my head. What mid-'80s pop hit has the following lyrics? Some boys romance. Some boys slow dance. That's all right with me. If they can't raise my interest, then I have to let them be.
Yeah.
You're 100%
Locked
right.
in.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
Okay,
You want a 3, 2, 1?
Okay, Scott, you want to
Michael, you going to do it?
Yeah, absolutely.
3, 2, 1.
Material Girl.
So, am I supposed to sing it?
Damn right.
Absolutely.
Romance, some boys
No, I
There we
don't-
go, Michael. Yeah.
There it is.
It's all right with me.
Does this mean I don't have to sing it?
Sure.
Okay. Well, I'll sing it anyway. Why not?
Will you sing it karaoke tonight?
I might, if you
All
guys
right.
want me to.
Now we're talking.
Some boys romance, some boys slow dance. That's all right with me. They can't raise my interest, then I have to let them be.
Because we are living. I can do the Barbie girl style. Because we are living in a material world.
So that is Material Girl by Madonna. It hit number 2 in 1985.
That's one of the first videos I ever remember seeing on
Me
MTV.
too.
Categories bottoms up.
Hey, that's perfect. Yes.
You're still in the... No, sorry.
If I were to walk up to a bartender and ask for a bourbon neat, what does neat mean in this context?
You want a 3, 2 on it?
All right, who's answering for you guys?
Michael?
Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
No ice.
So to get a drink neat is to be served without ice. It is just poured from the bottle to a glass.
Nice job.
I think
There you
that's
go.
neat. That's a neat question.
That's a neat question.
There's no ice in it.
Getting back to Madonna, wasn't it Kevin Costner that called Madonna's set neat during her
Yes, it was.
during her what was the movie?
I have no idea.
It was the black and white movie.
It was the sex tour. It
Oh,
was,
Yeah,
the,
it was during sex. He met her backstage
the Truth or
and
Dare tour.
Truth or
yeah,
Dare.
that's a Truth or
That's
Dare
it.
tour, and he meets her backstage. And there's video of him calling. He's like, "Oh, it was a neat show."
Yeah, and then her face,
and then she's
afterwards.
just like, "Oh my god, he called it neat." Oh, that's just funny because we have Madonna and then neat. So
Maybe I did that on purpose.
Maybe you
I know
did that on
Carmela
purpose.
did that on purpose.
I didn't do that on purpose.
child of the '80s.
I was born in the 80s.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Question 3. Kevin Costner.
It's all about perspective. Swans Reflecting Elephants is a work from what early 20th century artist's paranoid critical period?
Well, Michael, that does not hit me at all.
Art is not my forte.
I'm not bad at art.
But it's comfortable. But I know it's not that.
Okay,
I'm
no,
just
fair
saying
enough.
it's maybe that. All right, we're locked in.
You want a 3, 2 on it? No.
Lies.
Early 20th century.
Early 20th century leads me to Picasso. And he's a guy who's had a lot of periods. He had the blue period, the red period, blah, 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 blah period. You know what just came to me, though?
Okay.
Van Gogh. He had paranoia issues. I had Manet down, but I think Van Gogh is more known for paranoia.
I could be talked into that, yeah.
Yeah. Van Gogh or Gauguin, not so
I know
much.
nothing
Van Gogh.
about Gauguin.
Oh, Van Gogh. We're going to say Van Gogh.
Okay.
Or Van Gogh.
Actually, it's funny. My aunt, who is a former art teacher, asked who is the artist that removed his ear, and one of her students said Vincent Van Halen.
That famous Dutch master.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So actually, Scott and I had a very similar conversation to you
It's
guys.
very similar indeed. Yeah. No, Chris wrote down Van Gogh and I wrote down Picasso. And I ruled out Van Gogh because I think Van Gogh was like in the 1800s. I want to say he was especially like 1870s, 1880s. So that just left Picasso. So we said Picasso.
All right.
Van Gogh versus Picasso.
Here we go.
Match.
Showdown.
So Van Gogh died in 1890.
Well, it wasn't him then.
Can I change my answer?
Yeah, right.
It's a little late for that, sir.
After new information has been presented to us, I'd like to change my answer.
So this artist had probably a little bit more famous painting called The Persistence of Memory.
Dali.
And it's Salvador Dali.
That's swans reflecting elephants is a much more, that feels totally like a Dali painting would be.
And if you look at it, it is swans across the top and the reflection is
no, 100%. I always forget about him.
At the end of the third round, score is 50-50.
Your midpoint category is science.
No! I mean, it's science.
Don't like it.
It's a trap.
Quarks are an elementary particle that come in 6 quote-unquote flavors. Name 4 of the 6 flavors.
Who let the bear in here? Somebody put the bear out of the room.
Wait, what was the question again? I couldn't hear the question for the screaming.
Quarks are an elementary particle that come in 6 quote-unquote flavors. Name the 4 of the 6 flavors.
That's the entire question. Okay.
It is.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah, we're humped.
Okay, yeah, I think so too. So let's go.
I'm positive on these 3.
I thought you hated science, mister.
Science. We only need 4.
That doesn't mean I don't know things.
You fibber.
That's what he does.
Know
He
your
complains and he
know
knows
thine
things.
enemy.
We're locked in.
Boo earns. Michael lied.
Yeah. So stars? Is that what we're looking at here?
Horseshoes? Diamonds?
Green
clovers?
I like the green clovers, thank you. Like I said chocolate, vanilla, strawberry.
Those are some of my favorite flavors.
Napoleon.
I can go for a Neapolitan now.
I could go for a Neapolitan. That's a good call. So, I mean, are we? You think maybe size-wise? Is the classification? Or?
Maybe pulsar, maybe
Okay.
binary.
Okay.
I'm just throwing stuff up against the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, okay. So,
because I know nothing.
So we could say
about this.
pulsar and binary, and then secondary and tertiary.
Maybe. I'm going to laugh if it's right, but I doubt it. Yeah, I got nothing.
Can you think of anything else that we could quark up?
No. Pulsar, binary, secondary, tertiary, because I don't know anything about this.
There you go.
Let's go with that. Locked in.
All right.
Gatorade.
Tell us what this is, Michael, because you seem to know.
I just remember I've done a Sporkle quiz on these before, and so what we put down is up, down, straight, and for some reason that came to me last second, charm.
So Hank Green does a song called Strange Charm, and it will tell you all 6 quarks. Up, down, strange, charm, top, bottom.
Wow, nice.
It's strange, not straight.
It's strange, not straight.
And
That's
top
great.
and
Top and
bottom.
bottom.
I was over here with inner and outer.
Yep.
I want to learn. I actually want to learn more about this now because that's just interesting.
So listen to the song Strange Charm.
Okay.
So the lyric goes up, down, strange, charm, top, bottom. If you don't know what a quark is, it doesn't matter. You still got them.
Huh.
Because they're an elementary particle, so they're actually smaller parts of the atom.
After the midpoint, 65-50, Michael and Jonathan have taken a lead. Woo. All right, that is the end of the first half. Before we get on to the second half of today's game, I want to let you know that today's show is sponsored by Blinkist. You guys have heard me talk about Blinkist before. I really think it is fantastic. It's an awesome app that you can use to churn through nonfiction books at a speed you would have never thought possible. You're able to get the key points of the book. You're able to really dig in. You're decreasing the amount of time it takes to educate yourself. You're decreasing the amount of time it takes to learn new things. And that's fantastic. Everybody has time for Blinkist. See, what they do, the app basically takes 100, 200, 300 pages books and whittles it down to the key messages. And they might do that in 8 pages. They might do that in 10 pages. It might be 13 pages. But these are short pages on your phone. It's not any more than 15 minutes. You can either read it yourself or you can listen to the audio play it for you. There are 8 million people using Blinkist right now, and it's getting bigger and bigger. For me, my favorite time for Blinkist is in the car at stoplights. Oh my gosh, I might sit for 10 minutes on stoplights on my way to work every morning. I can read books now with Blinkist, and I don't mean like I used to when I was a kid where I'd have like a novel and I'd whip it out and read like a paragraph at a stoplight. I mean, I can legitimately get through the whole book at different stoplights on my way to work in the morning. It's fantastic, guys. Something I read recently, this was a refresher for me because I did have the training once upon a time, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. These are principles that still apply to my work life today. And it was awesome to get a quick refresher on the key points by using Blinkist. Another fun one that I read recently, this one was new to me. It was by Caroline Arnold, and it's called Small Move, Big Change. It focuses on how we can use micro resolutions, little changes, changing the small things, and really using that to build up to much larger changes. It's so much easier to change something for a minute than it is to change something for an hour, right? And so this was a great book. It was very motivational. Small move, big change. You can find that on Blinkist. Right now, for a limited time, Blinkist has a special offer just for our audience. Go to Blinkist.com/TWA to start your free 7-day trial. That's Blinkist. That's spelled Blinkist. Blinkist.com/TWA to start your free 7-day trial. Guys, if you use Blinkist for 7 days, I'm pretty sure you're going to want to keep using it. It's amazing. Blinkist.com/TWA.
First category in round 4 is brought to us by Pete Alexa.
Thank you, Pete.
Oh, Pete was recently on the show.
Yeah, he sent me a question like the next day. And your category is Everything is Everything. What mega hit?
Seriously?
Released
Pete? You jerk.
Released in 1971 and voted the 4th greatest song of all time by Rolling Stone, opens with idle chatter between the singer and Detroit Lions' Lem Barney and Mel Farr.
We're going to lock in.
All right, so talk about your answer because you're trying to talk yourself out of it, and I think the time is actually accurate.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of icon. If this is the 4th greatest song of all time, according to Rolling Stone, it's got to be a really
mega hit.
Yeah. Anyway, move on. Don't focus.
It does have to be a mega hit. It's got to be
focus on Jonathan.
It's really got to be an iconic song, and seems like I remember there's an ambient beginning to What's Going On by Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
And where it's Detroit Lions, I'm thinking it's Motown. That's the only thing I'm stuck on. I don't know why I'm stuck on it, but
okay.
I can't get off of it. What do you got?
No, I had a jar of nothing.
I'm not great. I seem like I thought What's Going On came out in the late 60s, but it may
like I was telling you, I was just about a week or so ago. I messaged Jonathan actually and said, "Man, you've got to listen to the latest episode of Hit Parade because it's on Stevie Wonder."
Yeah,
and they were talking about one of the musicians that played in the band with Stevie Wonder early in his career, which was around 63, 64, was Marvin Gaye.
Okay.
Before he became his own, and then signed on with Motown.
Okay.
And so that's why that 71 sounds about right. Because also, I don't think that was his first hit.
Okay.
Either.
Well, we'll go with it, I guess.
Okay. We're locking in and with What's Going On.
Okay.
By Marvin Gaye.
So our logic was pretty much exactly the same as yours. I knew that from watching the VH1 I Love the 70s special, I knew the time frame was roundabout there. And I'm just trying to put together why would he be talking to a Detroit Lions? Maybe they're friends because they're both Motown people. So, yeah, we went with What's Going On.
Wow.
All right. This was, like I said, voted number 4 on Rolling Stone's top 500 songs of all time. Everything is Everything is actually part of that idle chatter. It's part of the conversation.
Oh, okay.
At the beginning of this song, and it is What's Going On by Marvin Gaye.
Wow. Another one out of the backside on that one for me. Wow.
Hey, doesn't matter how it gets there, it got there.
I guess.
Your next category is For the Horde. In Norse myth, Fafnir is a dwarf that is corrupted by the cursed gold of Andvari, which he guarded greedily. It causes him to turn into what kind of creature? And Fafnir is Fafnir if you need that.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, we're locked in.
Okay, they're locked in, man. You wrote down a troll?
I wrote down troll. I don't know.
Yeah, because she did say what kind of creature, not animal, so it's probably not it's not like a nymph. It's not a tree. I know some Norse mythology, but I've never heard this story before, to be honest with you.
For the Horde. What's that about?
I don't know.
I don't know what this is either. I'm stuck. That's all I got.
Okay, we locked in with troll. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
This reminds me of one of the recent Rick Riordan stories. I'm hoping it's not a wyvern. I said a dragon.
There, for the Horde is because he's hoarding the gold that he's guarding greedily. There are actually similarities between this story and the story of Smaug in The Hobbit. It is a dragon.
Well done, you guys. Well done.
Does make sense. Good job.
All right, last category of the round is brought to us by Zachary Walter.
Thank you, Zachary.
And your category is To the Last Man. You may think it outdated, but nostalgia and novelty is a powerful thing. The last one of these in the whole world still stands in Bend, Oregon. What is it?
Locked in.
You got it.
3, 2, 1 it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
3, 2, 1?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Blockbuster Video.
It is Blockbuster Video.
As captured in Captain Marvel.
So there are two guys that are actually doing a documentary about this Blockbuster, the last one in the whole world, because there was one in Australia that closed, I think, earlier this year. The goal of these two brothers is to actually get the documentary completed and on the shelves while this Blockbuster is still open.
Played.
Nice.
Well played.
So what's our scores?
After the fourth round, score is 95-70. Michael and Jonathan are winning.
All right, first category in round 5 is I was told there would be no math.
Oh.
What 2-digit number is exactly 2 times greater than the sum of its 2 digits?
It's this. We're locked in.
No,
so 99 is...
No, it's not. It's going to be 2 different numbers.
Oh.
I think. Yeah, it's got to be 2 different numbers, yeah. Okay, it's this.
Well, just say it.
I think it's that. I think it's...
Okay.
If it's 1 and 8...
That's 9.
Is 9 times 2 is 18.
Yeah.
So it's got to be 1 and 8.
I got you.
All right,
18.
So 18, okay.
We said 18.
So 18 is exactly 2 times greater than 9, which is the sum of 1 and 8. It is 18.
Okay. Math.
All that accounting is coming in handy. Next category is Islands in the Sea.
That is what we are.
Socotra is the largest island that belongs to what embattled Middle Eastern nation? And Socotra is Socotra.
We're locked in.
Okay, so I think embattled, for some reason, I think Middle Eastern, and it'd be an interesting question if it was a Middle Eastern.
Okay.
But a country that had an island, well, I don't know. Other than that, I'm completely lost with this. What do you got? What are you thinking?
Not too much. Again, geography is not really my bread and butter by any stretch of the imagination.
Same here.
And the thing that stinks is Socotra, I'm just trying to think of, I'm just trying to break it down by the name a little bit to see if it points in any direction. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm lost on this one too. You want to just say Afghanistan and call it a day, or?
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay, we'll lock in with Afghanistan.
Okay.
We didn't spend a lot of time on it because I don't think either one of us really felt good about the category or knowing much about it.
Yeah.
We said Turkey.
All right. So you're looking for a Middle Eastern nation that would be near water. And it's had a lot of conflict over the last few years. It is Yemen.
Yemen. I'm going to Yemen.
Okay.
That's a Friends reference.
Cool.
He told Janice he was going to Yemen to try to get away from her, and she was going to walk him to the airport. So he had to go to Yemen to get away from Janice. So,
last category in the round is what you see isn't always the truth. What 1982 movie starring Julie Andrews is set in 1930s Paris and centers on Andrews' character's nightclub performances Andrews earned a Best Actress nomination for it. What's the movie?
We're locked in. 100%.
I was about to say that. So yeah, they're locked in. So the reason I was about to say it is I don't know what it was, but there's a clip on Facebook going around of a big reveal scene from that where she pulls the wig off. So what did you write down?
I wrote down Victor Victoria.
And I agreed.
And we locked in with Victor Victoria as well.
You wrote it down quick, Scott. I was impressed.
It is indeed Victor Victoria.
Nice.
Turns out to come out the same year as E.T. and Poltergeist.
Yeah, I guess so.
At the end of the 5th round, it is 115 to 90.
All right. Your first category in round 6 is legacies. Mr. Shakespeare's Comedies, Histories, and Tragedies was published in 1623 by 2 of Shakespeare's colleagues after his death. Modern scholars refer to this publication by what much shorter moniker?
How about Books and Stuff?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going with?
Maybe.
Maybe. Let's lock it in.
Yeah, because
it's not coming.
Yeah, we got nothing, but you guys feel free to talk out your bag of nothing over there as well. Maybe they have something.
We don't.
Okay. I had hope for
I had
y'all.
something.
Not Shakespeare people?
No, well, it's not that. No, obviously not. I was trying to figure it because a shortened name means it exists within the thing as it is. It's just smaller. And so it's like, okay, maybe it's an initialism. Maybe it's MRCHT or MSCHT or something like that. And I think that's probably our best answer.
Probably.
We haven't thought of anything else. So we're going to say MSTHC. That's
MST 3000?
That's what I was thinking.
MSCHT.
Okay.
The original word I wrote down was compendium. Because that I remember something about that, but I don't remember anything else. And Scott kind of liked that word.
Yeah, so we just went with the compendium.
Yes.
So modern scholars call it the first folio.
Wow. No, I would not have gotten that.
Yeah, I knew we weren't getting there.
With another 45 minutes still. Nope.
What's in a name?
Let's see where you're going here.
The Nimrod expedition, named for the ship that carried the explorers, was an attempt to be the first to reach the South Pole and was the first of 3 such expeditions by what British explorer?
Okay, we'll lock in.
Yep, we're locked in.
I was listening to something on No Such Thing as a Fish not too long ago, and I feel like the word Nimrod came up in reference to the South Pole, and it's one of the famous explorers. I feel like it's either Hillary, Shackleton, or Munson. I feel like it might be Hillary. And I know he's the mountain climber, but I feel like it's either Hillary or Shackleton.
What about Cook? Because he's Scottish.
No, I don't think it's Cook.
Okay.
I would say Shackleton.
Okay. I'm happy to take whatever you want because I have no idea.
All right, we'll say Shackleton.
Okay.
I hope Michael's right because we went with Cook.
So James Cook, his ship was the HMS Endeavour.
Okay.
This happened at the beginning of the 20th century, and the guy who led the expedition was Ernest Shackleton.
Nice job. Wow, nice job. Wow.
Yep.
Excellent.
Good job, guys.
And your last category before the gauntlet is actual game theory. What is the term given to the game analyzed in game theory where there are 2 suspects held by the police during an investigation, and if they both remain silent, they can go free? But if someone confesses, they get a lighter sentence and the other gets the brunt of the punishment.
I don't know.
Don't ask, don't tell.
All right, we're locked in.
So we have a lead that we can't lose at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the answer?
I do not.
Do you want to say the Kobayashi Maru?
Why not?
Kobayashi Maru.
Okay.
That's an Easter egg for some of you people out there.
Well,
Yeah.
it's
If you know anything about Star Trek.
it's been proven solvable by one person.
Yes.
The Kobayashi Maru.
Shut your hole.
Because he cheated.
Well, you have to.
But he still won the game. Seems like I vaguely remember this from my business classes. I think it's the prisoner's dilemma.
Yeah, and I've heard that term before, and that's why I signed off on it.
So we locked in with prisoner's dilemma.
So, and this is game theory 101. And what they find is that both suspects end up confessing because that is the guarantee that they at least get a light sentence. And that is the prisoner's dilemma.
Nice job,
Good job,
Scott.
guys.
All right, at the end of the 6th round, Michael and Jonathan have 125. Scott and Chris have 100.
All right, what is the gauntlet category, Carmela?
People, it takes a village.
All right, our wager's locked in.
All right, we're locked in with the score.
Okay, everybody's locked in. Let's play us some gauntlet.
All right, your first question in People, it takes a village. Entertainer Randall Mario Poffo passed away in 2011. He was beloved by many, including, I'm pretty sure, everyone else in this room. What was Mr. Poffo better known as?
We're locked in.
We're locked in.
All right. Your next question. Horace Greeley was the founder of the New York Tribune and ran unsuccessfully against Ulysses S. Grant in 1872. Although that is an impressive resume, his biggest claim to fame was supposedly saying what phrase in regards to American expansion?
All right, we're locked in.
All right, so we're locked in.
All right. And your last question. What organization was founded in 1844 in London on the principles of muscular Christianity?
Muscular Christianity.
Yeah, that's got to be it. All right, we're locked in.
All right, we're locked in as well.
All right, so let's go through the questions. Entertainer Randall Mario Poffo passed away in 2011. He was beloved by many, including probably everyone in this room. What was Mr. Poffo better known as?
I'd like for Scott to answer for both teams.
I completely agree, Jonathan.
Yep.
Stage fright.
That's why I was like, oh, God, this is... I believe the answer you're looking for is the one and only Randy Macho Man Savage, yeah. Randy Savage is the answer, yeah.
That's
what you guys said, too?
You guys said Leaping Lanny Poffo, right?
Yeah. No.
Horace Greeley was the founder of the New York Tribune and ran unsuccessfully against U.S. Grant in 1872. Although that's an impressive resume, his biggest claim to fame was supposedly saying what phrase in regards to American expansion.
So Michael was all over this, and this was the point that we realized that these were Village People songs.
Yep.
So go ahead, Michael.
We said, go west, young man.
And what's funny is I don't remember this song as a Village People song, although it just hit me when I saw the three of them on there. I remember it as a Michael W. Smith song, and we also wrote down Go West, Young Man.
And your last question was, what organization was founded in 1844 in London on the principles of muscular Christianity?
Yep, we locked in with YMCA.
We knew going in it was either going to be in the Navy or YMCA. So YMCA is what we went with.
I didn't pick up on the hint at all. Wow.
So Randall Poffo was Randy Macho Man Savage.
Oh, yeah.
Horace Greeley said, supposedly, go west, young man. And the organization founded in London on the principle of muscular Christianity is the YMCA.
All right.
Wow.
So the songs,
gauntlet, by the way.
the songs are Macho Man, Go West, which there was a version that the Pet Shop Boys did, and then the YMCA.
Wow, I didn't even think about that. So it comes down to wagers.
It does, and I really, really, really wish that we bet it all, because then there would be no doubt.
Aha.
But we didn't bet it all.
Okay.
So let's hear what you guys wagered first.
All right. Well, Scott, talk about your thought process.
Well,
I was going all over the place.
Well, previously I had wagered just enough to go over the hump, which was either win or lose. So in the previous game, we bet 1 point, so we would finish 1 point ahead. And this time we needed 25, so I bet 35 points. We bet 35 points.
35 points.
So that brings us to 135.
It's a good wager.
Yeah, they bet more.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah, because of his thought process.
I was
He thinks
gonna
he's
say
being sneaky and everything like that.
I'm not being sneaky. I know y'all can read this part. Unfortunately, though, we did beat you. Yeah, no, we beat the hell out of you. From post to post, we dropped Macho Man Randy Savage's elbow right across your sternum with a 24-point wager. Ooh, yeah. So we finished with 149 points to your 135 points.
There it is. Well done.
All right, good job, guys.
Well done. Well played.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's the way it's supposed to sound. You may have won the match, sir, but you didn't win the voice-off, okay?
That's true.
No, you're right. You're right.
You can't.
What you don't understand is that's his Jay Lethal impression.
When it comes, hey, you're the one with jealous eyes, brother, all right? You got jealous eyes over my voice on this, yeah.
That's amazing.
It's one of my only gifts that I have.
All right, now it's time to do our promotions in the Trivial Warfare Army. First up, we have a promotion from Sergeant to Lieutenant. Michael Smith has promoted himself to Lieutenant. So has Jill Fazio. She has promoted herself from Private to Lieutenant. Thank you so much, Jill. Ryan Mahoney is a new captain. Thank you so much, Ryan. That's awesome. Kristen Sowers is a new lieutenant. So is Sarah Knobb. Thank you, Kristen. Thank you, Sarah. We have a promotion for Blaine Holderbaum. Blaine has promoted himself from Major to Lieutenant Colonel. That is outstanding. Thank you, Blaine. Ryan Lewenden is a new lieutenant. Thank you, Ryan. Chris Fiore is a new captain. Thank you, Chris. Kelly Pratt is a new lieutenant. Thank you so much, Kelly. My friend Raymond Gant, Scotty. Oh, my man, you are a new captain in the Trivial Warfare Army, and I appreciate you, brother. Brian Orso is a new lieutenant, and last but not least, Matt Shearer is a new captain. Thank you all so much. You all know that you are the best people in the world. And I mean that. You're really the best. I've talked to people about it. They agree you're the best people in the world. If you want to be one of the best people in the world, just like these awesome folks, go to trivialwarfarearmy.com and find out how you can support the show. Well, gentlemen, you guys got to do your shout-outs and supports and stuff last week. I know, just to recap, Michael's saying hello to Candace and all his folks on TV, and Scott is saying hello to the Sin 6 and Susan.
That's right.
All right, and what's your kid's name?
Tyler.
Yeah, hey, Tyler.
Tyler won't be listening, but so we'll say hi to Tyler anyway.
Tyler
doesn't pay attention to anything except for just his iPad. And if it's not Roblox or Pokemon, he doesn't care about it at all.
Tyler, someday you're going to grow up and you're going to be very proud of your old man.
Wow.
And then you're going to realize that you're smarter than he is.
He's already there.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a funny life, this life of ours. All right. So that is going to wrap us up. So for Michael, for Scott, for Chris, and Carmela, I'm Jonathan, and this has been another episode of Trivial Warfare, where it's not just trivia, it's war. Bye, guys.
Take care, everybody.
Thank you for listening to Trivial Warfare. To learn more about the show and become a warhead yourself, visit trivialwarfare.com. You can subscribe to the show on iTunes or in any other good podcast app. And find us on Facebook or Twitter by searching Trivial Warfare. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. If you need help with your podcast, find it at propodcastingservices.com.
All right, your first category in round one is first. And
Hold on. I think Chris got lost.
I did? Hello, 1, 2, 3. 1,
in
2.
Scott's eyes.
In your eyes.
Oh, jeez. You know what I thought?
I'm glad we stopped for that.
Really? For that bad joke?
No.
She's being sarcastic, Sheldon.
Hold up the sign. He needs the help.
Because I could smell Jonathan from here.
That's Scott's caramel breath.
What?
Caramel breath.
What?
Yeah. I brushed my teeth, though.
Did I miss something
With
here?
caramel toothpaste?
No, it's Crest toothpaste.
Crest.
Yeah, I mentioned I had a protein shake before.
There you go. Okay.
Early this morning, and said I had to brush my teeth so I didn't have caramel breath.
Oh dear.
Which, as I said, was Velveteen Dream's original gimmick. Was caramel.
Oh, there you go.
Standards and practices and all. Yeah. So yeah,
it just didn't sound as.
He got together with Becky Lynch. Together, they were the caramel kicker.
Oh.
Is that like the video game?
You know what?
That's XCOM.
They need all the help they can get getting back into society.
Chris is having a moment.
Chris died.
When it's time to change.
Is it X-Con or is it B-Con? I forget.
It's Pecan.
Oh, Pecan. Again, depends on where
I think we broke him.
What country you're in.
Man, I'm sorry, guys.
You all right, dude? There's some toilet water over there.
Need a swirly?
What did I say about being mean?
You appreciate how good I am at it?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Because francium is definitely an element. Other things that might be out: Denmark, Sweden, Finland, Finlandium, Norwegium, obviously wrong, Romanium, Belarusium, Ukrainium. Sounds radioactive. Moldovium, Grecium, Italium, Monacoium. See, none of these things. No. I'm trying to go the country route because I'm not good at naming elements. Right? Is there a England, Great Britain, no. Britannium? Is Britannium one? Englandium. Not European country.
Did she say European country?
She did say European. That's why I'm stuck in Europe.
Okay, gotcha.
That's why he has to use the bathroom.
Chris is not funny. Russium.
That's named after Russ Friedwald.
He's obviously, clearly. Croatium. Bosnia-Herzegovinium.
North Macedonia.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to say Armin Shimmerman, who played Quark in Star Trek Deep Space Nine.
Why don't you say a Shimmer Quark?
As well as the principal in the 3rd season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh.
Before he got eaten by the mayor.
Spoiler alert.
Well, it's been a few years.
And there's some kinky right there.
Wow. I don't know if Carmela's proud or a little scared.
Oh, that's good.
This episode now has the E explicit tag.
What could that be?
Watch your mouth.
What? I'm just talking about the Horde.
But it's really hard to see.
I see mine really well.
It's because you have a big old mouth.
You got them DSLs.
Again, E for explicit.
Can't argue with you.
Off the rails.
I put them to a different use.
I was going with the clean version. He's got a big mouth.
However you want to say it.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.